Hello everyone, I am Magdala Ramirez and so happy to be with you today. There is so much going on with this new timeline that it was created for all human beings. You have in your table a possibility of a better understanding, a better recognition of what it means to be human. Peace has been there within yourself as natural way of thinking and being. For it has been a long, long time that people have not understanding these ways. There is so much in that nature of yours that you are uncovering. You are uncovering your new senses and putting attention about this. And those new senses is giving you much more data for the mind to comprehend. Too much information. Yet the accelerating the process, it is happening as we speak. Human beings are in the sixth world already. And in that sixth world that it is unfolding, it is bringing a way too different way of living, a different way to relate, a different way to relate with the environment, with each other, with the families, a new way to relate with your own self, the understanding of a cosmic consciousness. It is happening as we speak. It is all new. And actually very, very old, because this information, it is encoded in your own DNA. You must realize that that's how human being was created. You come from the source, from this one, the one that created you. And with that, you have all these incredible abilities that it has been in dormant state for a long, long time. Ancestors from all the tribes everywhere in the world, we find the same teachings, for the same teachings has been only one. All this knowledge, it is encoded in your DNA. So you do have that possibility of a better world, and yet the choice is so particular, is so individual. Yet we are all in this together. We are dancing together. If you check on that table of possibilities, you will find that possibility of moving all these wrong beliefs and truly embrace that true human being. Human being is balance, for that is in your nature. This nature, it is truly encoded in that DNA of yours. It's a peaceful being. It knows how to relate with the environment. Knows how to connect with this beautiful planet. Knows how to connect with your own family and friends and community. And knows how to connect in a different way within your own self. How do you relate with you? Yes, it is time of forgiveness. And forgiveness is a liberation. It is time when you recognize yourself as love. The daughter of the Great Mother is not a beggar of love. The son of the Great Mother is not a beggar of love. Understanding those places within yourself, it truly brings that liberation. And yet it feels in this moment, as I work with the people, that it is jumping in the unknown. How do you drop those old beliefs and trusting that new creation, it is there for you? And that's when you really, really hold on into the Mother's hand. For she's the one that it is guiding you into the new. As the sixth world, it is unfolding, you're gonna see a very different story in how to perceive yourself. So, time, as many of our ancient writings, like in the Chilambalam, is talking about time was created from the Dark Lords. That linear time that doesn't really exist. And I want you to see it as a tree of life. In order to go up, you do need to see that underworld and what is those beliefs that it is impeding to you to go up. What is those places inside of you that it is blocking this incredible knowledge that it has always been there? In those times when time was created in a linear way that doesn't really exist, the ancestors have a different perception of time. You see, they were not measuring time, they were measuring consciousness. The understanding of the many worlds that civilizations have come and go, that civilization has passed and go, and entering into the new, this one, it's about a re-evolution, an evolution about consciousness. It is time to raise your consciousness. This has to do with that awareness within your own self. So as I was telling you about all this new information that it is coming to you. It is coming from within, but it is also coming from the outside world. There is so much of the star beings communicating with you and doing all these downloadings. You have a lot to process in your mind, and the mind, it is having a quickening. It is truly understanding the accelerating the process. It is imperative at this time. When they create time, all this information, it was saved in you, in your own DNA, by the Great Mother. It was known that it will come a time when she will begin to talk to you and guide you into the new world. That this has been happening already for a while. You can listen to her within your own self, guiding you into a new understanding of you. That was the original human being. You do born with an original vibration. And this original vibration, you're supposed to keep it. And this beautiful planet will give you the next octaves for you to keep on growing. But what happened in the system is somebody told you that you're supposed to change and do something different. You're supposed to look like somebody else and pretend. And they told you if you don't do this, you're never going to receive love. And that was a big lie, that it was a tragedy because you hurt yourself. Yet, that original vibration still is there. And is still there in such a powerful manner. Much more than any generation. Much more than anything. It is different times. And that's why you feel that the energy is a little bit wobbly. That's why you feel that your emotional body is at unrest, and so it is that spirit, like, okay, how do you accelerate the process? You see, when that timeline was created in a linear manner, it was all these distortions that happens in you, and not just in you, but the whole creation, the trees, the animals, everyone. It was a big distortion. Because It denies your rights. It denies everything. So the lifespan was shorter. So it was a big situation for the people to actually make the realization of the self in such a small years. What is it? 80, 90? Accelerating the process, it gives you the chance to make the realization of the self in this timeline, and you are receiving all this assistance, and you are uncovering all these new ways to relate because your senses from within are intact. You must realize that it is a world of communication. When the communication is filtered by the mind, it might be that you're going to encounter all kinds of biases. But the communication is actually being received through your heart. And your heart does not recognize time as linear. Does not recognize the limitations that it was imposed on you. It might be that your senses that they told you that you have are limited or regulated by a system that told you what to see, that told you what to hear, instead of understanding what is those senses from within that you can see far beyond that. The merging with the personality, it is taking place. How does this work? Means that you are a multidimensional being and that you have always been able to travel through time and spaces. When you can feel this energy and you can see that little world that the personality holds, you can change the perspective. You can travel to time and spaces and find yourself, your true self, and in that way your consciousness is moving much more quickly than an old process that it would take some time, lifetimes, just to process one little information. And as you forgive yourself, and as you encounter this knowledge that you have always been love, you recognize that when you just don't judge love, it will show you that all these experiences that you have, they were lessons of love. Yet you're not your experiences. You can understand yourself in a different manner because you're not your experiences. That's when the forgiveness comes about, isn't it? Yes, there is so much to do. Here comes New Year's. In 2022, it's about that. The understanding of the teachings of the ex-Papalotli. The feminine and masculine within your own self. The personality and your true self finally merging together. And being able to see a very different story. Yes, it feels that you do need like a board with directions, information board, where is what and how everything has shifted. And you can ask for that information too. You can order the part of yourself that knows how to do this to receive that information board, how it is now. How do I heal all these relations within myself? You can ask for it. How do I heal myself? Every time that you heal, you encounter more and more your original vibration. And heal your past. And understand that you do come from the source. The ancestors always said, you need to know where you're coming, so you know where you're going. When you recognize that you come from the source, You do know where you're going. And when you're going, it is very much in that next evolution of what it means to be human. And yes, it is true that the leaves in the trees, they're not ready all at the same time. So you're mingling with people that it might be that they still want to keep on having that world of separation, not being considerate to other people or sensitive enough to realize other people. You are mingling with all kinds of vibration, and yet in some way or another you encounter that balance within yourself, and this is the time that you think, what do you truly want? Do you want to have more experiences of separation? Do you still want to have wars and destruction? Or can you embrace that peace that you are and have the guts to be peace? Have that understanding of peace. Peace starts with you. And you know this. You cannot think that peace is going to be magically just manifested for you. Peace is matching a new vibration within yourself, that it is bringing a new revelation to your consciousness, to your awareness. Love that you are. It is bringing a new understanding about love when you don't need to beg anymore about love. There is so much to do, and it is so beautiful that you do have a new possibility. And it is in your table. Just put attention. Just by me saying it, I'm pointing the finger where it is. Yet nobody can do the work for you. Only you can do it. And by doing it, you are remembering your purpose. And doing what you have come here to do, it is the biggest blessing that you can do for your family, for your community, for everyone around you. This is a time of remembering. We are going to have a ceremony at the end of the year. Ask for those blessings for the new years, that you are welcome. The prayers are up for everyone, everywhere in the world. I'm receiving emails from everywhere in the world, and that makes my heart bloom. Yet the work, it is unique, and it is the same. Reaching yourself, because you need you in your life. We do have a school online, and it is the time for you to know where is that work within you. Go to our website, magdalas.com. That is magdalas.com. We have books. We have school. We have so much information, so much things that you need to know at this moment, because you need to reach you. Get in touch. Share this podcast, Ancient Wisdom of the Feminine. Share it with everyone. Subscribe. Pass this information, because what it is, that new world, it's all about the Great Mother. the feminine side of God, the one that it is guiding you within your own self. We do have our app, Messages from the Great Mother, that you can download it in your phone. It's so beautiful to see those perfect synchronicities. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to touch you in your heart. I can feel you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for being you. I am you. I am Magdala. Glatzo komate, glatzo komate.